Yo, what is happening? My name is Abden and welcome back to a brand new video, and today Defaultio has just released a new update with the biggest biome addition we've gotten basically since the game's release. So this is some very big news. We've got some new wood types to go over, as well as a brand new material variant with a bunch of new color options for you builders out there. Personally, I am super stoked, but yeah, this is huge news and some new things are definitely game changers. This update is the 10-year anniversary update for Lumber Tycoon 2, so it's crazy that it's been 10 years. There are some highly requested changes and additions such as corner wedges, which I am most excited about, but I'm just going to start off by showing you this new biome and the new shops, and then after that we'll go ahead and actually buy some of the new items and show you all of the wood types and all of the stats and everything. So I've intentionally had my graphics quality pretty low. Let's go ahead and higher it a little bit so you guys can see what is over here. As you guys can see, we have a brand new biome. This is super exciting. So let's go ahead and drive across the bridge. You will have to pay 100 lumber bucks to get across the bridge, by the way. I already have it lowered, but you'll just have to talk to people in the booths. By the way, I have noticed that I am experiencing some lag spikes ever since this update came out. I don't know if that's something that Defaultio is going to have to fix, but it would probably be nice if he would fix that because it's been a little bit annoying recently. But yeah, guys, we have this amazing biome over here. It is looking amazing. Now, if you weren't aware, this biome actually leaked at some point about 2 years ago. So yeah, this bridge and everything isn't exactly a surprise. There are a lot of new things and the trees are different from the leak, but yeah, you should know that about 2 years ago this biome actually leaked, so it has taken quite a while for this biome to actually release. But yeah, you guys can see that there are new trees over here. I do see some walnut wood, but over here we have some baobab trees. This is the brand new type of tree. Actually, there are two new tree types. The other being this is ebony wood, which once you cut down, it is actually black wood inside, which we will actually go do that in a second. But real quick, before we get too in depth with the trees, I do want to show you guys the brand new shops because these are freaking awesome over here. As you guys can see, we have Dwayne's Rocks over here. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead and explore this brand new building over here. This is super exciting. I guess this is Dwayne over here since this says Dwayne's Rocks. And yeah, over here you guys can see that we have a brand new rock shop, a bunch of new rock variants, which is super awesome. This new shop is very unique in terms of style. We've never quite gotten this much detail in a shop. I mean, it is pretty basic, but compared to the other shops in Lumber Tycoon 2, it looks like Defaultio has decided to put a little bit more effort into the shops. And as you guys can see, it looks like it is very much inspired by Asian architecture, which actually fits because this new biome is actually called Asia. So yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. But yeah, guys, in here we just have a bunch of different types of rocks. Now, these new rocks actually behave a lot like wood, so you can chop them, except you will need one of these over here. This is a pickaxe. You're gonna have to buy one of those if you want to chop them into smaller pieces, but you don't necessarily have to. These can be used to fill blueprints. Currently, that is their only use, but there might be more uses in the future. I don't know, but yeah, this is super exciting. There are a lot more colors to work with, which is super exciting. But yeah, guys, new rocks is super exciting because now we have basically gray wood and this dark blue wood, all of these different colors that you can work with when building, which is super exciting. I'm most excited about these over here. These, I believe, are called pink agate or something. This is super exciting that we actually have this because it has been particularly limiting trying to build pink things or purple things without any way to do it, since we don't have any type of purple wood. We now have purple rocks, which is going to be super handy. And over here we have these are super exciting. because they are very dark. We've not really had much in the way of like gray or dark woods or anything in Lumber Tycoon 2. Now we have these rocks, and as a reminder, we also have ebony wood, which is out there, which is super exciting. I cannot wait to use a lot of ebony wood because, you know, we had gloomy paintings for blackwood, which kind of worked, except we didn't have any way to, you know, fill wedges. So yeah, this is super exciting that we actually have ebony wood. And then over here we have different colors of green, which is also super exciting because zombie wood has always felt too vibrant when I'm trying to build like grass and stuff. So yeah, having green rocks is super exciting. All of these rocks are gonna cost you 20 lumber bucks each, so they're super cheap. And there are pickaxes over here as a reminder, which you can purchase to cut them up and get a little bit more bang for your buck. But yeah, guys, that is it for the rock shop. Super exciting news. I cannot wait to use that in all of my builds. But yeah, guys, like I said, there is another shop that we need to go explore, and to get there you're just going to want to follow this path. It does end at some point, so do make sure that you're watching and that you're following along because it gets a little bit complicated. But you're just going to want to follow this path, and as you guys can see, this is where it ends. So make sure you're watching and following along because you can get lost pretty easily. So you're just going to want to go up this path over here. This right over here, there is a pretty steep part. You're going to want to make sure that you zigzag up this part because it gets pretty steep, so you can easily get your car stuck and you'll have to use the blueprint glitch to get out. Now make sure you try to avoid going this way because you can easily get lost if you go that way. Try not to go that way. You're going to want to go this way instead. And over here, guys, there is going to be a little narrow cave kind of thing going on right over here. This is the little pathway right here, so you're just going to want to go over this way. And as you guys can see, if you go up this little pathway over here, there is a little bridge right here, and you're going to want to drive on it. Now this is very similar to the Icewood challenge that you drive on to get to the Icewood biome where you can get your Icewood. There is a little bit of a difference. As you guys can see, it's a lot thicker, so it's a lot harder to fall. But if you actually do fall, let me just show you what happens if you do end up falling. As you guys can see, your truck, if you don't flip, your truck will kind of struggle to get up these slopes, especially this one over here. It gets really steep over here, and it's really hard to get past this part. As you guys can see, my truck just kind of stops right here. So that is the difference between the Icewood challenge and this. It's a little bit easier to not fall, but as you guys can see, it is much harder to recover if you do fall. So I'm just going to actually walk because my truck is just kind of stuck at the moment. So I'm just gonna walk across the bridge instead. It's not really too big of a deal. It's just that you can't bring things in your truck. It's a lot nicer to actually have the truck so that you can buy things and then put it into your truck. But as you guys can see, this is the brand new shop right here. It's called Boxed Ads, and as you guys can see, there is a shopkeeper. It's very different from what we're used to. It is a sideways person. Now be careful about the sideways people because if you do get too close to them, they will hurt you. So do be careful about the sideways people. You do need to talk to the sideways person in order to buy anything. So that is a little bit hard because you don't want to die, especially after all of the trouble that you've been through. But as you guys can see, these are the brand new, oh gosh. So yeah, the sideways people just start following you, and you gotta be careful because these sideways people, they will harm you. So I have just gotten refuge over here. But as you guys can see, there is a little ad that you can purchase from the store, and you can actually place it on your base, which is super cool. You can start advertising for Defaultio in your own base, which is really nice. cool little monetization tool that Defaultio is employing. But yeah, guys, just be careful about the sideways people. As you guys can see, I just took a lot of damage at that point. Over here, actually, there are more sideways people, so be careful not to get too close to the sideways people because they will kill you, and that is obviously not what you want. I'm gonna try to get out of this situation. I am pretty low, but yeah, that's pretty much it for this update. Super exciting. I am almost about to die, so just be careful. It's a little bit hard to get these advertisements. I assume there's gonna be more advertisements added soon. Let me get up on this truss. It's a little bit safer if you climb up on a truss. There are some new billboards that you can buy that have trusses, so that is especially handy when you're trying to outrun the sideways people. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this brand new update. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you guys hop on Lumber Tycoon 2 so you can get these new advertisements. They are super awesome. I know a lot of people have always wanted advertisements that they can actually place on the base. They actually display on automatic, like the Minecraft movie, for example, but there's also an Amazon advertisement which you can get as well, and these billboards over here that you can also get. And it looks like I have just died, so yeah, that's going to pretty much do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video once it's out. See ya!